In 2012, I was transitioning from printmaking to painting as my primary medium and experiencing an intense period of growth. That year, I attended the Telluride Bluegrass Festival for the first time and met the talented Punch Brothers. As artists, they really stood out, embodying cutting-edge innovation within their genre. And I had the chance that year and the next to discuss with them some of the things that I was exploring, particularly commitment to practice, focus, and the courage of improvisation. Their insights as artists from a different medium were so valuable to me that in 2013 I decided to thank them by painting their portraits. The foray into portraiture ended up being another expansion that the Punch Brothers inspired. I ended up painting on 5 panels that could come together as one 2-foot by 5-foot painting, but also serve individually so that I would have gifts for each of them. I began by laying down a French hand-drawn 19th century score of Rossini's from a market in Paris, and then worked to their music in the studio, which energized the splattered layers of paint in the background. I used a crackle paint to represent the wooden stage of the old Sheridan Opera House in Telluride, where I'd seen them play. And working from a variety of photographs, I did a study of each of the musicians in graphite. These drawings were ultimately the basis for the oil portraits. The final touches were with splatter again, which was meant to represent the magic that moves between them as they play. So that year at the Bluegrass Festival, the Telluride Music Company graciously hosted my presentation of the Punch Brothers portraits. After all of the preparation, it was exciting for me to see them walk in the door and view their portraits for the first time. Chris Thiele couldn't make it, but I was so pleased that Ed Helms, who is a fine musician in addition to his other talents, accepted my invitation, and a small group supported me as I offered these works of gratitude to the musicians. My journey as an artist has always involved engagement in other fields, in other countries, and with other artists. This 3-year exchange was very satisfying and represented some growth for all of us, I think. Guitarist Chris Eldridge wrote, "I am sincerely very touched that our work has been so inspiring to you that you took that inspiration and recast it in a way that you could share with us. What a beautiful loop that creates." The paintings, needless to say, are rich, beautiful, and inspiring in their own right. And violinist Gabe Witcher wrote, "As artists, we all hope to have some sort of impact, no matter how small. And to hear how our music has impacted you and even inspired you to create is the greatest compliment we could receive."